unexpected happened. The kind of moment that feels almost unreal, like the universe pressed pause just so you could read that single notification more clearly. There it was. A headline so bold, so bright, that for a second it didn't feel like news. It felt like history repeating itself. Jin did it again. Another #1, but not just any one. This time, he was crowned the trendiest advertising model, sweeping the poll with a staggering 46% of the votes. And as if fate wanted to make this moment even grander, the reward is a 3-page advertisement at Konkuk University Station, glowing through one of Seoul's busiest hubs for a full week. A place filled with students, workers, travelers, all walking past Jin's face as if the universe itself wanted to remind them who the standard is. But this is where things get truly fascinating. This isn't a one-time win, not even close. Because Jin also took first place in the Forbes Korea's Idol Champ poll, winning 43.83% as the CF Genius idol who increases the desire to buy. Imagine winning one national poll. Now imagine winning everywhere. That's what Jin does. And then, just when we thought the commercials might slow down, Jin unveiled another. He became the ambassador for Lucidol in Japan, a brand previously modeled by Nami Amuro, one of the most iconic names in Japanese entertainment history. His CF dropped online first, and the reaction was explosive. Shares, comments, edits, remixes, and then Japanese TV picked it up, broadcasting it across the country. One man, one commercial, a nationwide ripple. But of course, that's Jin, the same man who represents Gucci Fred, Aloe, Dolby, Laneige, Jin Ramen, and Dongwon Tuna, brands from Italy, France, the US, Korea, luxury, beauty, tech, food. Very few artists in the world stand at the center of so many industries at once. And the numbers prove it. Laneige's total sales skyrocketed over 30% after he joined. Sephora, the biggest cosmetics retailer on earth, reported Laneige ranking 3rd in global skincare sales. After Jin endorsed Jin Ramen, Ottogi recorded their highest ramen exports ever, especially in North America. Dongwon Tuna released the BTS Jin edition, and once again, sold out. Both domestic and international sales jumped more than 10%, and exports rose 15% year-on-year. This isn't coincidence. This isn't luck. This is the Jin effect, a real, measurable, unstoppable phenomenon. And if you think brands are the only ones witnessing this power, let's talk about the fans. Because the first week of November arrived with yet another surprise. Jin dominated the Grape Weekly chart, winning 172,772 votes. His spotlight banner now stands at the top of the app, shining like a crown he effortlessly earned. But here's the emotional part. Grape is new. It launched just in September, and Jin has been its undisputed king since day one. Week 1 of September, #1. Week 2, #1. Week 3, #2. Week 4, #1. He then took first place in the monthly chart, earning a giant curved billboard ad in Gangnam, one of the most expensive advertising spaces in Korea. People walked through the streets, looked up, and saw Jin's face stretching across the skyline, a reminder of how far he has come and how deeply he is loved. And the fans didn't stop there. In a topic-based poll, when asked, which star do you most want to see as the main character of a drama this fall? The answer was overwhelmingly Jin. Because it isn't just votes, it isn't just sales, it's connection. People don't just watch him, they believe in him. They don't just support him, they celebrate him. And every time he takes a step forward, he carries this global wave of love with him, a force so strong that analysts, brands, and media outlets all scramble to understand how one man can move markets and hearts at the same time. So here we are. Something unexpected happened. Another #1, another sold-out record, another massive ad, another chart conquered. But maybe the truth is, it's not unexpected anymore. It's Jin, and this is what he does. When he appears, things change. When he smiles, brands sell. When he moves, charts shift. And when he wins, the world just nods and says, of course.